Thuggery and snatching of ballot boxes won't be as common, or won't be as, or like, what's the word to say, won't actually mean anything, because if you're snatching a ballot box, you're just reducing the votes of your own particular candidate. So most of those things will change. I'm trying to figure out where the thuggery will come into, whether they want to kidnap the rec or they want to do that. But snatching of ballot boxes, stop voting people from voting. You're stopping people from voting means that you're stopping people from voting your own candidate too. So unless you say you're going to a polling unit and you know that they're going to vote for Mr. A, but you can't really tell who they're going to vote for. So mayhem won't be as much. I'm not questioning the governor's intelligence. He is the chief security officer of the state. So yes, for him to say something possibly has some form of intelligence. How he passes the message or why he's passing the message, they are all politicians. So sometimes what they say, you also take it with a pinch of salt. It might be a strategy on his part. It might be a strategy for him to protect citizens. It might be a strategy for him to win the election for his party. I wish him well. It's fine. We're listening to him. We're watching him. But what I'm also trying to emphasize on is that the conversation has to be different.
But how do you think this will affect meetings? How do you think this will affect young people? How do you think it will affect other parties? The reason I'm calling on other parties, even though in the comment he included the People's Democratic Party, so there may be some people who may be meeting to do something in favor of the ruling party. But how do you think it'll affect everyone?
Yes, I also forgot to mention this. Whatever he's talking about, the meetings, the violence, and the rest, it's not just, if the intelligence is true, I don't think it should just be one or two parties, because it's a general strategy in a state like River State. So it cuts across all party lines, River State, PDP, APC, other parties.
Yeah.
So it's not just a party thing, it's our mindset. And that's why I still come back to what I started with. The conversation has to change, because he can't, I don't believe the security agencies will go and stop a meeting that is being held by a PDP member. It's not possible. It's not, we both know it's not possible. Let's face reality. So the conversation shouldn't be about those meetings, because it would just be like he's being vindictive or he's witch hunting other politicians, which politicians are used to doing. So it still boils down to the conversation change.
All right. So speaking about conversation changing to, you mentioned that we're not supposed to be talking about this, but creating jobs, because the problem of River State is not insecurity. The problem is unemployment and the lack of, work. There's a comment here. There's a part of the speech that says, for the avoidance of doubt, the state government will pull down hotels and other entertainment places that are linked howsoever with such criminal political activities.
Sometimes I weep for my state. This is a state I grew up where I could come out from my house in UST and walk to D-Line, just having fun, walking to D-Line comfortably to go and visit my friends or to go for lessons. That is not what happens now. Everybody is scared, not just because of insecurity, but because our politics is now very vindictive. To me, I see that as a blank check. The governor is simply giving himself a blank check. So today, if you're his enemy or he wants to hurt you, he can just go and claim that there's a meeting in your hotel and bring it down. It's possible that it's intelligence, but that is a very unfair way to address it. Because like I said, he's giving himself a blank check. Because if he says this studio is harbored criminals, or because I had this interview, he has given himself the authority to bring down the studio. If he's not happy with you guys, or he feels you guys are you guys are obedient, he might just bring down the building. So I'm not comfortable with that part of the statement, but he's the governor and there's nothing we can do till he leaves the office.
It's interesting because, again, one would wonder, this comment, what if these meetings are not taking place in hotels and entertainment centers, but in the premises or the home of someone? What will happen to such a place?
That's the problem. That's why I say he's giving himself a blank check. The same way the meetings can hold in someone's house is the same way the meetings can hold in the government house. And the government house won't be brought down. That's why I said our politics is it's crazy now. Everything is, most times they're vindictive. And it's a very scary situation because people now, I can just be sitting down in my hotel room and a bulldozer will just come and they will say last night they had a meeting and the governor wasn't happy about the meeting and they want to bring down the building. That's not the way things are done. Look for the root cause. That is, you're bringing down the building, you're creating unemployment, you might cause bodily harm, you're even wasting diesel on the trucks that you're using to bring down buildings. That is counterproductive.
Again, let's say it as it is. There are some people who insist that it is the proactive nature of the governor that saved us from having a massive, maybe death rate during the COVID-19 pandemic. He was the first governor who shut down the borders, of River State to ensure that we checkmated, the people coming in, and that helped.
Yeah.
Even the lockdown that we had, it was because of the fact that he literally went street to street, ensuring that people adhered to, the instructive. That also helped us.
Yeah, that's true.
So again, shouldn't we trust in his good, his proactiveness and his passion for Rivers people, as we've seen him exhibit or portray?
Yes, talking about the COVID pandemic issue, I give that to him. He did a great job there. And earlier in the conversation, I said, someone who is aspiring or somebody who is actually the governor is not there to, possibly his first point of call is to succeed, to make the place better.
Yes.
What's important is your capacity. And in that particular area, yes, he did a good job. But COVID is over.
Yeah.
Now is a time where the economy needs to bounce back. Now is the time where people need money in their pockets. People need to eat. People need to move around. People need to get their life back. And it's important that the next stage or the next steps we take are steps that are geared to this, geared to economy boosting, geared to youths having jobs, geared to a lot of things. That's why I say it boils down to the capacity of the leader. Whether Wike is leaving, so we don't know whether he will be able to handle all that. So we should now start looking at who is taking over. Will the person be able to create jobs? Will the person be able to secure the state? Will the person be able to expand the state?
All right. Now, you are media director for Tim Cole, which means we can ask you questions and whatever you say, we'll take it as much as it is the words coming from the standard bearer himself.
I'm not his spokesman.
Well, but we can trust that what you say, would be authentic information.
Yeah, and to be my opinion.
Your opinion, but authentic information
yeah,
anyways.
Authentic information, yeah.
All right, so...
It doesn't lie.
Okay, so, but what is the effect of this broadcast on the party now and, strategies, meetings and the likes for the All Progressives Congress?
Well, yes, like I said, I'm not the spokesman of the APC. I'm a member of the APC. Yes, I'm the director of media for Tim Cole. Personally, for me, Wabi, it scares me, like I told you, because people won't be comfortable anymore. What will you tag as a meeting that has cultists in it? If you call for possibly a stakeholders meeting in your ward and 2 of the members out of 500 people that attended the meeting are ex-convicts or people from possibly in their past were cultists and all that, and the governor decides to hammer on that meeting, you're in trouble. So people are actually going to be careful now. The consciousness is going to be different. The environment is going to be tensed because some people might not even want to attend meetings because you don't know whether the governor will be happy with that meeting. So I think it's the baby acting like Hitler here.
But do you think that it's going to be double standards when it concerns, the ruling PDP?
Definitely, it will be, because so many meetings hold in the government house, which possibly they will have ex-convicts, which possibly they will have ex-cultists or possibly current cultists, and you can't bring down the government house. It's a political period. Political seasons are about conversations, about people interacting.
So you think that this is politically motivated?
Definitely, it's politically motivated. Even the governor knows that it's politically motivated.
Interesting. Yeah. All right. We'll take the next few minutes and see, how much reactions we can get and perhaps questions that could be raised from those who are listening at the moment. So if you'd like to join this conversation right now, the phone lines are open. And you can leave a comment as well on our Facebook page at Super FM PH. Now, sitting with me in the studio is media director. He is also a media consultant, media director for Tim Cole. He's a media consultant and former presidential aspirant IYC, and that is Wabie Idoniboye Obo. The phone lines are 0705 079 1021 and 0811 7431 021. You can send an SMS or a WhatsApp message on 09059481021. Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Susie. I'm calling from Merima community.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I understood that the governor is the chief security officer of the state.
Yes.
And in his oath of office, one aspect of it is that he's supposed to protect lives and property.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it is politically motivated or not, just like your guest has said, the issue here is that it is the prerogative of the governor to protect lives and property. And one thing again that I don't understand about what APC is talking about is the broadcast made by the governor. The governor did not single out APC. He even included PDP members, which is his own political party. So what is APC talking about? Are we now insinuating that APC actually have a hatchet of what the governor is talking about, intelligence report? Why is APC jittery about the broadcast made by the governor?
Right.
If the governor has a responsibility to protect the state, why are we crying and running around and everybody is accusing the governor of not having responsibility? When anything happens, is it not the governor that will speak up? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Colin.
Oh, your line is not clear at all. No, it's not good. Please call back, okay? Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Sister. Yes, my name is Jay Eja and I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
Welcome, go ahead.
Let me greet your guest in the studio. I've listened to him keenly, but I think some of his assertions, I don't go with them. You see, the governor, or like what I said, the primary aim of any government is to protect life and property. And if there are intelligence that this is what people are planning and he has said it out, well, for me, I think it's a good one. But anybody that is planning anything concerning this right now should rather have a rethink or face the wrath of the law enforcement agency.
Okay.
Again, I think the police too have a very big role to play here to avoid anarchy, because by the time these people are meeting and what the governor said is true and they decide to come after them, I think it is police that is supposed to come in and say, okay, let us take charge. But where they will just sit and look and just allow things happen, it may breed anarchy. So I think that your guest would have been calling on the police to do their job instead of trying to blame the governor for trying to want to do his job at the end of the day. Somebody in the APC then said, it's only in heaven that there's no insecurity. That is Festus Keyamo. And I also tell you that when insecurity wanted to raise its ugly head in heaven, God ordered that Angel Michael and others will chase them out. So for me, I think the governor is trying to do the same thing to make sure that is nipped in the bud to make sure there's no insecurity.
Right.
How do you feel as resident of Rivers and NDG of Rivers that there's the Supreme Court saying that 2015 election was a theater of war before, during, and after a Rivers state? Should you continue this way, for goodness sake?
Right.
Now somebody is trying to help and we're blaming the person that is about this, about that. No, I don't think so. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, JJ. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello?
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Comrade Leighton Barry Sunday.
All right, go ahead.
President, the time and turn for River Southeast.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I want to react to the comments of the governor this morning
Yes, please go ahead.
as regard to the politicians trying to recruit cultists. I want to say that information is not real. I know where his problem is coming from. His problem is Senator Magnus Abbey, because yesterday there were some youth who were supposed to meet with Senator Magnus Abbey, and the information came that gathering is not allowed. And there were some other informations we get that proves that nobody was trying to, because the youth
gathered in a hotel where they feel it was convenient for them. And so that was why he used that statement. Because the beginning of the president of Magnus Abbey is causing a threat in Rivers State because he is the only candidate that stands credible. He has no financial misconduct. If you look at the PDP and the APC candidate, they are having one gross misconduct or the other.
All right,
so
Comrade Latham.
Senator Magnus Abbey, that is in the mind of Rivers people.
Okay.
Physically, spiritually, the people have decided.
All right. So you feel. Hold on. This is a dialogue. This is a dialogue. So you feel that this broadcast is coming because of the Senator Magnus Abbey and nothing else and nobody else. All right.
Yes.
All right.
100% sure.
All right. Thank you. Super FM Potaka. Good morning.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. The comrade, welcome back.
This comrade, let me quickly realize that one caller said, why APC worried? Even I, as a social rights, I am worried because in time past, the government has made a lot of allegations. But now we have not. The government told us that he's going to release a video how APC is about to leave the election. The government said that he's going to release how they are planning to bring girls to the River State. But today we have not seen that. So when a governor like that who has been doing antecedent, they have been making such comments in recent times and in past times, and we have gotten any result towards that. It must be worried. We have the governor waiting to eliminate and demolish somebody's business without taking use of law, without going to court, without authorization. So when the governor come out after 2 days, because let me let you know, the information received to me like that some of his members joined Tiku. And the leader of the PDP, Thomas Ogumea, they have not ahead with him. And those people are having meetings trying to see how they can put as they go on board the university. And the government is not happy about that. So using that to categorize, to make sure that he put all political opponents into a one structure and he can be able to produce them. It is not constitutional. It is not governance. Governance is about allowing your opponents to play their politics and you also play your own. Allow the people that have the mandate to win.
Okay,
if you don't have the mandate, Rivers does not talk anymore. Do not force yourself on Rivers. Stop making comments that will cause anarchy to the state. Now that is going to affect the economy. And this is a government that said that Rivers State is state. If you're making this statement, then the people like us make this statement. You now come and arrest us at the marketing Rivers State. I think the government should be very careful with this statement. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Do you want to respond to this comment so far?
Respond? Yes, it's their opinion, and I gave my own opinion. Like I said, the governor or whoever is the governor does not. His first point of call is not to cause harm or danger, but interpreting the governor's speech and his statement. Yes, he's the chief security of the state. He has access to all the security agencies. He can, there are so many strategies to go about it. When I mentioned the blank check, is just like what the last caller said. There are so many situations where buildings have been brought down, buildings have been shut down for reasons best known to the governor. Until now, we don't know whether those allegations that caused those bringing down of buildings and shutting down of structures were actually real or true. Most of them are rumored to be politically motivated.
Now, some people have also said that even if those allegations were true, bringing down the building is not the solution. You know, you arrest those. It's not the building that caused the problem.
Yeah.
The building doesn't go to work. The building is put to work by people. So you arrest those people who, you know, have been found wanting.
Exactly. That's a totally different part of this conversation, which should be carried along too. So people are being sentimental and emotional about issues like this. And it shouldn't be so.
Okay, so let's go to this comment that someone made saying this entire conversation by the governor is targeted at Senator Magnus Abbey and that he's the biggest threat, you know, to both the APC and the PDP. What do you feel about that? And what's the general opinion of the APC right now, considering that there have been comments that the SDP is the fastest growing political party in the state right now, and it's set, you know, to deal a hard blow to both the APC and the PDP?
Well, I'll try to be careful with my words. Senator Magnus Abbey is a senior friend of mine. I respect him a lot, and he has taken the decision to move to the SDP. That's fine. Whether he has followers or loyalists, he does. How large they are, even if, in my opinion, it's highly overbloated.
Okay.
But it's politics. Every day people will move to this SDP. Every day people will move out of the SDP. People will come into the APC. People will go into PDP. There will be a lot of moving pieces this period. But that caller just made his own opinion. It might not be the opinion on the streets. If you check where the caller was calling from, you know he's from a particular place in River State, which Senator Magnus Abbey claims to be his stronghold. So there are a lot of moving pieces this period, and we can't really say anything till the day of the polls and when the election is announced. But I am comfortable with my own candidate, Architect Tony Cole. I believe he has what it takes to bring jobs. He has done it before outside the states without any government help. He's youthful, he's energetic, he has charisma, he's recognized internationally, and I feel that is the kind of face Port Harcourt needs now. I feel that's the kind of face Port Harcourt should represent Port Harcourt.
Right. But there are some people who have accused the candidate that he is not really a Port Harcourt person. In fact, someone once asked, where is he based in Port Harcourt? Where is he located? We can say Governor Wike is in Ada George area. We have these areas that we can say these other candidates live, but we've not heard any such thing. So
this is the fundamental problem of my dear, beautiful states, River State and Port Harcourt.
Okay.
I'm not based in Port Harcourt. I left Port Harcourt to expand my horizon in 2015.
Okay.
And currently, my businesses span not just in Nigeria, across the African continent. That doesn't mean I'm not a Port Harcourt boy. That means that I stood up, left Port Harcourt, and have expanded my horizons, created jobs, created opportunities for people. And if I say I want to come back to my state and effect change, I'm not deprived of that opportunity. Look at Tonyeko. Look at where he started from. He was born in Port Harcourt. His father is from Abunima. He's a Port Harcourt boy. He has Port Harcourt friends. Whether his business or his life took him to Lagos or took him to Brazil, it was his destiny to go to those places. Sahara Energy, which he started, Google it, find out how he built that company in how many years, how many jobs it has employed. Those are the conversations we should be having, not where he's from. Those assertions are myopic. What I say sometimes is that some people start these kind of conversations because those are the kind of conversations they have strength.
But aren't these conversations important? Because again, if someone, feels the pulse, then they can better understand. And then, when they're proffering solution, there are solutions also that are, that are relatable,
A leader, a governor cannot do everything. A governor works with a team. I did civil engineering in school, but now I'm into media. So I have a little idea of construction, I have a little idea of the media, but I have no idea in medical field. I have no idea in law. If I am the governor, I will build a team. We're talking about somebody who has leadership qualities, who has the capacity to build a team, who has the capacity to listen, who knows the importance of solving the problem. That's why I always bring it down to the problem of the state. The problem of the state is not whether you know how many local governments are in the state or where people are from or whether you live in River State. The problem of River State is jobs. The problem of River State is security. The problem of River State is everything is centralized in 2 local governments. Development in River State is we're developing inwards. We're developing into Port Harcourt, into a city. That is crazy. It doesn't happen in the rest of the world. Development should be outwards. Yes, we have flyovers all over. These flyovers should be bridges into other communities, driving people, driving economy, driving talents to those places, not bringing everybody into Port Harcourt. Whenever I come into Port Harcourt, I spend half of my stay in Port Harcourt in traffic. Not because roads are not good, because everybody is caving into the roads are leading into Port Harcourt rather than leading outside Port Harcourt. So we need leaders, or we need people that understand this. We need people that can change the narrative. We need people that can join this conversation and solve the actual problems of the state.
Interesting. All right, so we're going to take more comments on social media right now, and we'll take as many more calls as we can before we wrap up this conversation. So go on Facebook, go on Instagram, go on Twitter, everywhere, and find us at Super FM PH. All right, this comment here, Kelvin Frank says, morning presenter. Without any prejudice, the governor's broadcast was on the right direction at the right time because sometimes in Port Harcourt, a particular political party had their political meetings in some hotel around the stadium road, and we all witnessed the rascal behavior of that political party at the premises of that hotel. So if the governor as the number one chief security officer of the state says, hold your political meetings or rallies in your campaign offices, not hotel premises, was in the right sense because hotel customers, both foreigners and Nigerians who are investors in the state, who are in these hotels, may vacate the state, having such meetings in hotels. The broadcast was not targeted at any political party. I believe Idoniboye Obu knows that. Okay. Another comment here, Victor Peba says, I think Governor Wike's statewide broadcast is targeting at someone. He should stop these false accusations. Bro Ingi Dennis Kiedum says, politicians recruiting cultists to destabilize River State. Wike alleges SDP is a peaceful political party with God-fearing and very responsible politicians devoid of cultism and violent tendencies. SDP preach peace and freedom and not violence. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, I am BK Amfijori. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Firstly, I want to react to Governor Wike's statement about River State.
Please go ahead.
Governor Wike shouldn't be bothered about Ogre River State because this is a state that was left in his hands and then he has totally messed it up. I'm sorry I'm saying this in this, but he has not created any job for the youth.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Your line is really, really bad. It is so bad and it's disrupting the flow, making it impossible to hear your thoughts. So call back again, 070-507-91021 and 081-174-31021. Text line is 09059-481-021. J. Emmanuel says, good morning, presenter and guest in the studio. How will a leader that knows nothing about his followers and people know their problems and how to solve them? Sira Barry Gate says, Governor Wike should leave this corner talk of politicians recruiting cultists. He should go and prepare for the upcoming governorship election. It is not about appointing a candidate for your party. It's about working hard to see the candidates win. In 2023, there will be a good contest on who will lead River State from the brick house. Let the governor get a good shock absorber because he is in for a big shock. All right. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, do well to call me back. Okay. More comments right here. Good morning, Obi and guest said Tony Cole has empowered Rivers youth. My question is, can he show us the evidence of those youth Tony Cole has empowered? Okay, I don't know if you said anything about that particularly, but do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, no, I didn't say anything about him empowering, even if he did. I'm not here to call figures, but there was this caller that said something about, still brought up the same issue, the narrative of not being from River State or not staying in River State. The world, this conversation is not about River State. The conversation is about the world. The world is a global village. As we're here, I'm sure people are listening to us. People can be listening to us in Tanzania, can be listening to us in the United States, even in Dubai. So wherever you are, you can, the same way, the governor, I'm not sure the governor has been to Bile before, or possibly he hasn't been to Bile in the last 4 years or 5 years. So the question is, how will you know what's happening in those rural communities? It's not having to be on ground in those places, actually having to know their problems, which is very easy to get. It's actually being able to build a team that can solve those problems, which is very easy to do for someone like Tony Cole. It's also about following up with your solutions, with your strategies, which he's a perfect master planner in that kind of thing. So we should, like I said, the conversation, people are driving the conversation this way because they feel that is where they have their strengths. That's the kind of conversation they want to hold. But I'm still hammering the fact that it's not about how long the guy stays in River State. Burna Boy started in River State and left to Lagos, and he's internationally known. He's not internationally known because if he comes back to River State and says he wants to come and solve a problem for some youths, music-wise, you know he can do it. He can do it with a snap of a finger.
All right.
He doesn't need to be sitting down in Port Harcourt to actually solve that problem. He's a global brand. Tony Cole is a global brand, and everyone knows it. Even they know it. That's why they're scared of him.
Ooh, okay. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Sarah Barry.
Sarah Barry, welcome.
And I just talk from now.
Okay, go ahead.
Tojeko a global brand, a global this, a global that. Two, there's things we don't understand. Personal business is different from political business. That leaves that the taxpayers' money are entrusted to someone. He is good. He succeeded in the personal business. Congratulations to him. You see, in politics, you don't just jump the gun. Tojeko has not served anybody politically for us to know his countenance. When you are disagreeing or agreeing with someone, he has not been chosen with small position first, like commissioner, like, National Assembly, or essay on this, or advice on this. You can't choose someone to give such a position, especially in this unique River State. I am not saying he is not competent or what, but for River State, people should learn how to follow the road. They should step one step before the other. Tojeko, as I know, most of the rivers who have spoken with, they are not confident in him because they have not done politics with him. That is the main issue. So he should go and let him go. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, please go ahead real quick.
I liked the way she was speaking. She's emotional about it. And I want to assure her that the politicians have given us or have made us feel that governance is about climbing the ropes. You have to be commissioner, you have to be PA. Yeah, that is success in River State.
A lot of people refer to it as structure.
Yes, structure. They feel that is success, that is political. But being a governor, being a leader, has nothing to do with structure.
But doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're managing public funds. You're managing lives and property. You're managing the security of people. It has nothing to do with being the personal assistant or being a commissioner. It has everything to do with knowing how to solve problems, which Tojeko knows how to do. Solving problems is a big task. You have to identify the problem, you have to look at possible solutions, you have to choose the best solution and follow through with it with a perfect team. You don't have to be a commissioner to do that. You don't have to. We should look at.
But again, it gives you an idea of how things happen in that area before you can bring a change.
Yeah, there's something Tojeko said in one of his interviews that politics in business, that is where you see real politics. What we're seeing in our political sphere is emotional, sentimental blackmails all around this. If you go into business, when I started going into business, that's when I understood how bad business could be. That is where you see real politics. That's where you see lobbying. That's where you see negotiations. And that is what River State needs. Being a personal assistant in River State looks like that is the dream of some youths. Some youths actually wake up in the morning and pray that, okay, God, let them announce me, make me the media aide, or make me the personal assistant to this commissioner. And that shouldn't be seen as success in the state. We should start seeing systematic efforts to create jobs. We should start seeing systematic efforts to bring the economy back. We should start seeing systematic efforts to bring in expatriates, bring in industries that will create jobs. That is the direction we should be looking at.
All right. Let's take this last call and that will be it. Hello, Super FM. Good morning.
Sorry, that call me.
Go ahead.
Just in a second. I think you have talked much about that. I also want you to talk more to River State. I like his intelligence aspect and economic blueprint. I've seen him several times. Not everybody has that opportunity.
All right.
Let him come to Libya. Come to local government.
Comrade, thank you. Thank you.
It's a very good brand.
Thank you so much. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning. Let's just take some from someone else.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Colin.
Go ahead, please go ahead. Real quick.
Yeah. It will be very quick. I actually agree with your guest. I agree with him. And the last explanation is very, very okay for me. I just want to drive everybody, some people who are like saying some things negatively, I just want to drive them back to someone like Ukraine. The president of Ukraine is not a politician, he's a comedian. But today, look at the way he's governing that country. So I agree with your guest with his own response to that lady's explanation. So you must not be a politician from grassroots for you to govern people.
All right.
So that's it.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
McConnell. Okay, so but then again, Ukraine is Ukraine, and we come from a place where those people are advanced, in their thinking and their ideologies, and in the things that are important to them, the things that mean something to them. And for us, it's religion, it's ethnicity. And that's why we would have the time and chance of the Ogonis and all of that stuff, because these things mean something to us. So, I mean, how should we circumvent these things? Should we relegate these things to the background? If these are the things that make us who we are, shouldn't we consider them as well as important?
These things didn't mean anything to us in 1999. These things didn't mean anything to us in 2000. This was a strategic plan by politicians to control the space, to control the conversation. They are the ones that made us start thinking about religion, tribe, ethnicity, blah, 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 and that. And it's about time we start taking the conversation, taking charge. We take back our states, take back our country. The conversation has to change. What is ethnicity? What is if somebody from Bori, I can't call somebody from Bori my brother. That means I also can't call somebody from Buguma my brother because she didn't come from, it's not my mother that gave birth to you. We are all brothers. We are all flesh and blood. We are all black. Even if we are white, we are all human beings. That's what's important. So ethnicity, religion is a systematic plan by politicians to control the conversation.
All right. Well, I wish we had more time, but thank you very, very much, Wabie Idoniboye Obo.
Thank you so much. It's
thank
good
you.
to be here.
All right. And thanks a lot for listening. You out there, thank you for being a part of the program today. Let's do this again tomorrow, bright and early, 6 a.m. My name is Obi Ivy. Go ahead and follow us across social media, Super FM PH, across board, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also download our mobile app, install it. And let's enjoy ourselves. Let's keep the connection and keep the relationship going. Good to be with you again. And IJ will take over from here until 2 p.m. when she'll hand over to Mrs. Sky. But it's been good for me. Drink a lot of water, mind your business, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Inspire. Inform.
I'm black man.
Hey, I'm Time Tonight.
Influence Super FM.
Turn it up!
Port Harcourt.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
It's Super FM. Stay tuned.